outside. 50. I don't think you got it, son. Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Safe. 49. Check 49. Hey, ready?
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Rodgers brings it in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Ready? Set, right. 50 seconds to mine. Squeeze, double.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Who that? Under crunch. Check safety, check up. Mike, 55, up. 55. We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike, 55.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now back to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first carry now. This is Matthews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down now, it's Chandler. And able to work his way down to the 16. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's got it. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Kill. Oh, waiting. Tighten up. Switch. Showing it. Check 24. Shift. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 50.
They'll try and run with Harris. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From a yard out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. That'll be caught by Rodgers. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Hey, Charlie.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Go, son. 50, Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
You got nothing. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Man, ain't he? Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, the Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Check. Fresno. He's crashing. He's checking.
They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Ready. Good trap.
Second down at the 16-yard line.
Check hot. Check 37.
2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the delay, here's Harris. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good... Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's stop! Let's stop!
gun now on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try to right side with Harris. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Whitaker. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And a Packer first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. This is Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on top.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He sets up the screen to Matthews. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now the try here for the point after. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game at 20 all.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Faking the give, Darnold. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Darnold keeps it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 38, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill.
On first down, it's Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. I got one. Check 26, check 26. 6.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go. Hatchet. Hey, wide, get wide. Shoot. You go, young lady.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Matthews. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Whitaker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Hey, I got it. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. No chance. Hey, check Mike. Oh.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 52. Check, lady.
Darnold now to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
We go, set. 56. Months 56. There we go, lady. 56.
Now Darnold.
56.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Darnold on third down. Fired quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 13. Check 13. 36. 36. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, son.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Harris. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Here's Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch the edge. Whip. Watch the whip. They
stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Under 10.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Jets, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have